Hey everybody, welcome to the call.
Hey guys.
So for those of you who don't know, I'm Leah Warren, double diamond.
And I'm BreAnn Bjertnes, and I am a triple diamond.
And this call is going to be specifically for for new distributors. So if you're in your first 30 to 90 days, you're just kind of getting started with It Works, this call is for you. But also for anybody out there who has been in longer than that, this is just a good kind of refresher of information that you can share with your new distributors. So here we go.
Let's do it. Where's our...
Okay.
Okay, so one of the first things that we wanted to talk to you about, since we know that you guys are all brand new and that you don't know everything about our business yet, that's okay. We were all new and we were all pretty clueless when we got first started, and that's not a big deal because it's going to come with time. You hear that expression, fake it till you make it? That is how we all began our businesses. But we just want to tell you that when you first get started, keep it very, very simple. Don't try and overwhelm them with information that you don't have yet. It's not important that you know everything on day one. And I know a lot of people do all of the research and they want to know everything before they even get started. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I don't have the answers, but let me put you in contact with someone who does.
Yeah, and that's the best part about this is you're not alone. So from day one, you have your sponsor. And even if your sponsor is not that involved with the business anymore, you have us, you have everybody on the team page that you can go to help answer your questions. So when you first start, you know, it's better to have excitement than it is to have all the answers and all the knowledge. So kind of a phrase that I've heard before is, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So you just want to shoot out the gate, be on fire, be excited about this business and the products, and other people will kind of catch that fire from you. And it's better to start off with some momentum. So when you first get started, we do want to encourage you to watch the training videos in your eSuite. And because that is going to just give you the baseline knowledge about the products and the company and the compensation plan. So go ahead and start there and watch those, but then also just be posting on Facebook right away. If you're not sure what to post, you can ask your upline, hey, what's a good thing to post to introduce this business to the world? A lot of people have great success with asking for product testers. Even though we know that's kind of the same thing as a loyal customer, sometimes that wording helps get people's interest a little more. And so you just want to go out, find 4 people
that love you a lot.
Yes.
And ask them to support you in this business. Don't be afraid to straight up ask for their support with this. I always send all of my new distributors out in the world and tell them to find 4 people that love you. Whether that be a mom, sister, cousin, grandma, best friend. Find someone who they may have no idea what you've gotten yourself into, and you may not either, but if they love you and they want to support you in life, then this is just something else to add to that list. So just tell them that you are really excited about it, and you may not have all the answers, but you know that you have your hands on some seriously amazing products.
Yeah, so speaking of that, what we're talking about right now is kind of your first goals as a distributor are the steps to success. So step number 1 is just sign up, get started, which you've already done. So congrats and welcome and yay. So then that step 2 that you've probably heard about already is find 4 loyal customers. And then when you do that, the company actually rewards you with $120 worth of free product. So make that a goal to get that done as soon as you can. Even though you have 30 days, why not challenge yourself and get it done quicker? That way you're not, racing up to the clock at that last moment. So there's several ways you can get your customers. We've talked about a few: posting on Facebook, going directly to people that you love and love you that would, want to support your new business. It's also important to kind of get your business launched with an event. So we can talk a little bit more about that.
Depending on how far away you are from your enroller, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can invite people over to your house and you can have a party. If a party is something that you are comfortable doing. If you are if you live too far away, or if parties you don't really feel like are your thing, you can always do an online party or an online event, and your enroller will be able to set that up for you, and they can set it up for an hour, they can set it up for an entire week, whatever you're comfortable with. We host monthly online parties as a team that you get to invite your friends and family to, and then we have the weekly we typically have weekly opportunity calls that you can invite your friends to if you feel like there's somebody that might want to start making money with you. So we have a lot of opportunities for you to really get your people the information before you know it all yourself.
Yeah, and if a party sounds intimidating to you, really all that is letting people know. Like, you don't have to say it's a party, or you don't have to have a formal invite. You can just text your friends and say, hey, I have these wraps. You want to come over and try them? And that's all you need to do. And you can just let people wrap. You can sell your wraps for $25, and that way you're making cash right away, and you're getting the wraps on people so that they know that a little bit of what it feels like, and then maybe they'll want to sign up as a loyal customer to get the rest of their treatment. So that's kind of starting off, just how to get your loyal customers and things. Also, what we want to encourage you to do is not to spend a whole bunch of money right off the bat. Mm-hmm. Keep it simple, but there are a few tools that are really helpful in building your business. So the place that you go to purchase marketing materials and things like that is myitworksstore.com, and there is a 10% off coupon code for your first purchase, which is new, the number 2, it works, and that gives you 10% off. So we encourage you to at least purchase a pack of Blitz cards, which
and you can get 100 of those in a package. And these are going to be really handy to keep in your purse, to keep in your car, to keep in your bag, whatever, to hand out to people. They have, on one side, it's going to have a coupon, a $5 off coupon, and then on the other side, it's going to show people that this is what the results look like, and this is what our product is, and this is what it does. So it's very handy. Blitzing is something that, even though you may not be comfortable with it on day one, that comes with the territory, and it's something that you will warm up to. I can tell you right off the bat that I swore I would never, never, never blitz anyone. I would never talk to strangers. And I talk to strangers about my business all the time. I actually really enjoy talking to strangers about my business. It's fun to see how excited they get, because not everybody knows about the amazing stuff we have our hands on. So Blitz cards are really important. Another way to draw business that you will want to invest in is a t-shirt. We both have our t-shirts on. But basically, when you wear your t-shirts, people are going to ask questions. They're going to say, Leah's shirt says, it will change your life. Anytime I wear that shirt, I get someone that says, what will change my life? And so it's a conversation starter. Or if they see your shirt that says it works, they're always going to say, what works? And it's true. It does happen. It happens all the time. So
then you can hand them a Blitz card. So always make sure you have these on hand too.
And the t-shirts start off anywhere from like $17 to however much you want to spend on them. But it is a really good tool for you to have in your business. I like to tell people that when you have your t-shirt on, that means that your business is open. Anytime I'm wearing mine, that lets people know that I am working, whether I am at the park with my kids, or whether I'm at the grocery store, or if I'm at the gym. If I have my t-shirt on, then people are free to ask me questions.
Yeah, I kind of just think of it as my uniform. Like, if I go about my day running my errands, if I throw this shirt on, that just kind of, brings me back in to be like, oh yeah, everything's an opportunity. Like, who can I talk to? So just back to blitzing real quick. I know a lot of people are nervous about it. We'll just go over a few different ways you can add blitzing into your life. That's totally simple. You don't have to, make it a big thing. So if you just kind of want to dip your toe in the water, there's something called stealth blitzing, which is just a term meaning you just leave your blitz card places. So if you're really nervous, you can leave it in the dressing room, or, buy some weight loss products, or somewhere where you think, your target market might be. it's not really the best way to go about it, but you never know. Somebody might call you if they see your card. The best way is actually talk to people. So you can either go intentional blitzing, like have a day and hit up some stores. And I know a lot of people like to just say, hey, it's customer appreciation week, just passing out some coupons, here you go, and just hand it to them. You can wait a beat and see if they react to it at all. If they're like, okay, thanks, bye, or they might be like, what is this? So just kind of hand it over, let the tool do the talking. You don't have to give a big spiel about anything. But the way that I think most of us end up blitzing is just day-to-day real life blitzing. So when you're going through the grocery store, just your checkout person, just say, hey, here's a coupon for you. Have you ever heard of this? Just super simple. Just hand them the card. Then just listen to what they say. They'll tell you, say, okay, thank you. You can tell if they're not into it. You can just say, okay, bye, but whatever. So that's blitzing. Don't be afraid to do it. It's an amazing tool. Like no other company has, with no other company can you say, hey, do you want to buy a candle? Because no, they don't want to buy a candle from a stranger because you can buy a candle at Walmart. But since no one else has the wraps, that's why this is a really good company. And that's why we have these cards to build our business.
And let me just say real fast that when I blitz, sometimes I don't, I don't intentional blitz. I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to definitely like just pass out cards. Sometimes I like to incorporate something about my business that's going to get people to ask questions. So I will say that, I work for a health and wellness company, or I am a distributor for It Works, and I'll put it in there to where they're going to be curious about what I'm doing, and then that gives me the opportunity to give them my blitz card. Sometimes I don't, like, let's say I've met someone new, like maybe someone at the dog park, or maybe a mom at a play date or something. Sometimes I'll just give her my card with my info on it just for her to contact me for a future play date, especially if I didn't feel like I got the opportunity to discuss to her about the business. And then she's going to look at my card and be like, oh, what is this? And then she's going to ask me questions about it, and I didn't even have to say anything.
Yes. So moral of the story is blitzing is great.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. But, that's blitzing is like the whole world is your oyster. But most people start off with their friends and family, which is, more likely to kind of give you a response. So when you get started, you want to get organized and get a notebook or a planner or something like that and start to make a list of people that, you would want to talk to about this business. When I first started, I just honestly went through my Facebook friend list, because all those people, the hundreds of people that you have met along the way in college and your first job, and you probably don't talk to half of them anymore. But since you are friends on Facebook, that's an opportunity to send out a message to all those people. And when you message people, it's okay if you haven't talked to them in 10 years. You can just say, hey, it's great to see you on Facebook. I love seeing pictures of your kids. I started doing this crazy wrap thing. Have you ever heard of it? And that's all you have to say just to open the conversation. You don't have to explain the whole thing. You don't have to tell them how the wrap works in that first message. And in fact, you don't want to throw up on them right away, but just kind of open the door, open the conversation, open the door, see if they respond, and just work through your hundreds list that way. And just kind of message a few people a day. Do something each day for your business to keep it going. In
my first contact that I send to people, I say, I always say something to the effect of, have you heard about It Works, or have you had the opportunity to try our wraps yet? Because a lot of people may have at least heard about our company, and then that gives you a starting point, so that way you know what details you need to give them before just going into your whole spiel, and then they're like, oh no, I already heard about it. I like to ask them what they already know, so then they kind of tell me. So then I can be like, oh great, I'm so glad that someone has already told you about it. Well, what have you tried? And then I kind of get into it from there. Don't ever be afraid if someone tells you, oh, I already tried that, or oh, I did this. Great. Ask them questions about it. Ask them what their experiences were. If they ever ordered. A lot of times I get people that say, oh yeah, I have a friend on Facebook that sells that. well, what have you ordered from them? And then if they say nothing, then they're probably not too good of friends, and you can still continue your conversation with them. So don't ever be afraid if anyone tells you that they have already heard about our products, or if they've even already tried them.
Yeah, and I mean, if you just go into every conversation being genuine and open and really wanting to help that person and finding out, what their health and wellness goals are and trying to recommend a few products for that, or maybe there's somebody who wants to stay at home with their kids. Well, hey, I have an opportunity that will help you with that. And if you just go into it just wanting to help them with whatever their needs are, then they're not going to be annoyed, or you're not going to come across pushy or salesy at all. I mean, honestly, we have amazing products and we have an amazing opportunity that people want. I mean, how many people out there want to be working from home and want to make better money than they're making? I mean, so you have your hands on something amazing right now, and don't be afraid to share it with the world and just be proud of what you're doing. Because I just know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to post that much. I don't want to annoy people. Like, you're doing something awesome. Be proud of it. Own it. Like, yeah, I'm a rep girl. I'm an It Works
Mm-hmm.
distributor, and I'm proud of that. And post on Facebook frequently, because people, they just scroll through. They
And
don't.
the
They
people that are going to be annoyed, what I had to tell myself very early on is that those people do not pay your bills. And they are not, if they want to unfriend me for posting, about products and an opportunity, then we obviously
Bye.
weren't that good of friends to begin with.
See ya. So I was gonna. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're gonna run into people telling you no. Oh my gosh, that's a scam, or anything across the board. You might get some negative feedback.
We have heard no more times than we could even tell you guys.
Yeah. So the important thing is, I would say, have your goal number, have your promotion goal. Like, look at that income chart and say, okay, you know what? I want to be a diamond. I want to be making $1,900 a month for my family. And what is that going to do? What is that going to look like? What bills can we pay with that? What debt can we pay off? And just envision that in your mind and just work towards that goal and have your why in mind. And so when you hear people being negative or telling you no, you can just think, oh well, I'm going to do this with or without you. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving on towards my goal. So your negativity is not affecting me, because without that why, that negativity might kind of get you down, and everybody kind of goes through some rough patches with this business. So we want you to stay the course and, stick with it even through the rough patches. Contact your upline.
Mm-hmm. And you will hear us say time and time again that the only way to fail in this business is to quit. And that is the truth. And we know that in the beginning that you are going to hear no, and you're not going to be used to it. So it's difficult, especially when you're brand new and you're not so sure about it yourself. And then people are telling you that they definitely don't want anything to do with it. That's okay, you guys, because there are people out there that are going to be so thankful that you have introduced them to some products that are going to help them lose weight, or that are going to clear up their complexion, or that's going to help them to make money to pay for Christmas. So don't be afraid to tell them about, somebody got you very excited about this business, and that's why you signed up. So when you're feeling frustrated, think about what they said to you, why you signed up, and just know that there's somebody out there that's going to have reasons that are very similar to yours, that are going to motivate them also.
Yeah. And just, this is a true, real business, and you can make a lot of money with this.
Mhm.
Every single person can. I posted in the group the other day about self-doubt, and that's so true. Like, if you let that self-doubt get you down and you get to thinking, this isn't, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not good at this. I'm not like the top leaders. You are just like them. There's so many people, there's so many different backgrounds, and everybody
Mhm.
can do this, but you have to give it a shot.
And the only difference between them and you is that they just got started first.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just time and consistency. Just do something every day and just commit right now in your mind to think, okay, I'm going to give this a year. I think people give it sometimes a month, and that's just not enough time to really,
Mhm.
build your foundation. So if you say, I'm going to give it a year and see where you are in a year and do something each day, and just have fun with it. I mean, this business is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be super serious because that's why what we're trying to get away from with 9 to 5 jobs and all that. It's fun, and you can make a lot of money doing this.
Facts.
So those are our tips. I don't know if you have more that I didn't cover.
I
Oh,
think
one more thing I did want to say is to help you with all that. Make sure you plug in
oh, yes.
team page,
Events.
calls.
One team, one missions.
So the more that you can plug in and get to know your It Works family, get to know your team and your upline and your sidelines, friend people on Facebook that are leaders in the business, and just plug in, because that's what's going to help you stay motivated and keep going.
And just know that you're not alone, and we want to get to know you guys. Don't hesitate to send us friend requests or messages or anything like that. We want to know how you're doing. Anytime you guys are successful, that makes us so happy, and we look forward to hearing awesome stories from all of you guys.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay, good night.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.